the National Football League.
The Jaguars sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His guys off to the kind of start they needed this season. They're 3-1 thus far. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. His guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Brock Heward, and I'm Kate Scott. This is Jason Sanders on to handle the opening kick. And here we go for Mile High. Return starts at the 3. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the well again. And good for 8. Now they've got 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. They couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. We've set it down for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, then no.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 48-yard line.
15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So it'll be second down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Let's go, little lady!
Third down, it's Mahomes. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
He's brought down just inside the 25. Coach Liam Cohn ushering his Jaguar offense back to the field. And they haven't gotten their legs under him on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Action here with Goff. Catch is made. That's Trey Harris. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. We've set it downs from 37. Goff on 1st and 10. This is on target to Christian Watson. At the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pull ahead 6-3 with the touchdown. Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for Mahomes. It's a big, strong downfield to Aguka. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First and 10 at the 40.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He takes it down to the 33. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Easy.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Hey, 15.
Back to throw Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hey, 43.
A second down throw for Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Hey, 57.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down and 10 yards to go.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow.
A give left side for Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, yellow, hey, go gun. I'm going. What's that?
Now it's Mahomes. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the gameplay.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yellow. I'm going. Hey, 57. Let's get that touch.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. He fields it from the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Jaguars send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Heads out on the bootleg. It's brought in. It's his back. Brashard Smith. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Off now on 3rd down. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Screen here for Smith. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a...
And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Slye. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
43! 43!
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Attack, attack!
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's Cox. Again, it's Kittle. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. George Kittle, the touchdown.
Quarterback was receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Off play action, Goff. Dumps it off to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's third down.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Yellow. Fire down these 2. Fire down these 2.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Forced out to his right. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Yellow.
Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. Back to the air, Mahomes. It's complete. This is Wk5. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, rip list. Hey, 57.
Another throw for Mahomes. A massive shot towards the end zone. And he has the touchdown through what looks like some defensive pass interference. So I think, Brock, thinking this catch should stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a taunt to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good in love and football. just a good little penalty taunt.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins in Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on Gang Green, the New York Jets. And it's Jordan Addison. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Jets with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they host the Baltimore Ravens. And it's Jalen Hurts leading the charge. This one of his 4 touchdown tosses on the night. The Ravens come away with an 8-point victory. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Devon Achane. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Falcons move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. This return starts at the 5. And And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. I've got blue lady. Watch out.
They start the half to give them home. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow. Watch out.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Down the field, Evans has it. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And they love the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21.
Broncos 31, Jaguars 10.
Sanders all set to send it away.
To kick off.
Here comes Malik Washington. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead.
Jaguars 10.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coach Liam Cohn ushering his Jaguar offense back to the field. This has become must-score territory now every time out since they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Motion the tight end over. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop them up.
And they've been doing it.
How about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. Trying to sneak here, Goff. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. Packers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
A gain of a yard.
Goff on 1st and 10. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Play action here with Goff. Hits him on the out route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
20.
Looking inside the red zone. Brought in by his backsman. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Off now on 3rd down. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars start the 2nd half with some needed points. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
17.
The Jaguars. Ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. That's going to be taken in at the 8. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Broncos send receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season. No, sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. 1st down now, ball at the 33. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Back to throw Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Broncos football, and they should be able to coast right through this 4th with that kind of lead. First and 10 from the 43.
Fire down these two.
They'll work against the blitz. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested. They knock it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Kittle makes the catch. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That one gains 7. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Hall. He's got it in the red zone. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos keep adding that 4-quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Sanders all set to send it away. Washington now to return. Escapes a defender. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. He finds Smith here underneath. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10.
Lead back motion's right. 1st down throw from Goff. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Jaguars cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Jaguars 24.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And he has it to the 42 before they make this stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Gotta find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos put up even 4 points in a win. George Kittle, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Now, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More
from Sanders. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Jaguars send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. So my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one does not go far. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Jaguars trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Second down now, they need 7. From the gun, Goff. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Andrew Cooper takes it away.
Okay, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
The Broncos and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Yet again, he finds Kittle. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing it.
Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanate from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Hall once more. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Yellow. 1st and 10 at the 19.
On the counter, Hall. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Broncos continue piling it on here in the 4th. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
58, Jaguars 24. Jason Sanders.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. 1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It's cut right side by Watson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.